inside the Neo Firefly. Cute. Cute. Seems it is pint-sized. Got this adorable little display here. Reasonably small, let's just be honest, tablet. Pretty stripped down interior, but it's comfortable. It looks nice. It's got the panoramic glass, and by all accounts, it's affordable. And now the swap stations are going to need to have batteries for this as well, which creates a whole bunch of obstacles. You're really going to have every size of battery for every size of vehicle in every location. That's tough. So what we're seeing is the battery swap solution looks like a great idea for the east coast of China, where cities are dense and people are often living in cities that don't have access to reliable parking, perhaps even parking where you have a place to, that's cool, a place to have your own power supply, do your own charging. And if that's the case, you're going to struggle with what to do. Battery swaps make sense. But once you get outside of those areas into other parts of China, and definitely other parts of the world, and certainly the entirety of the US, that issue is kind of non-existent. And building out this network of swap stations is eye-wateringly expensive. But the Firefly, I don't know, man. It's cool. I like it. I think it's got a good look. I think it'll possibly sell well if the price is right, but I am not, in the market for a vehicle of this size. But it's got a lot going for it, I guess. It's cute. And as you can see from the cameras, it's got a lot of the features that you would expect these days from this sort of thing.
To command it to do something.
Hey Nomi, roll my window down.
你再试一下，还能眯。
在呢。
Hi Nomi, roll down passenger window.
Of course. I'll roll down the passenger window for you. 当然可以，我这就把乘客侧车窗摇下来。
Okay, so it'll only reply you, but it won't do it for you.
That's unfortunate.
The internal command is still tied to the Chinese market functions, but in the European market, that is enabled.
That's
for
funny.
English command.
Which model is this again?
ES8. This is the flagship SUV. ET9 is like the flagship car of the brand.
还能眯。
Do that next time. 我逼得让他。
还能眯。
我在。
导航去太古汇。然后呢，一会儿呢，我会结合这个地图导航，然后给你进行一个辅助驾驶，就是点对点，类似于点对点，但是它还不是要点对点。我先把路线给它规划好，因为像这个路线的话，它掉头，太短了。
Good maps, good, reasonably good ride. Feels heavier than some of the other ones.
前面往前面开始，我给你说一下这个副驾驶。
Pretty intuitive controls. And this is the flagship.
当然了，所有的辅助驾驶都仅限为。
So you cannot leave your hand off the steering wheel. You'll get a ticket.
给你
领航辅助已退出。
You'll get a ticket?
He said. You said during large mixed complicated intersections,
请控制方向，
it'll
请
be
控制
very
方向盘。
hesitant, not as quick as some other.
Is it using it now?
现在正在用辅助驾驶吗？
对，是的，
Yes.
只是说我手不能脱离它，因为交规的话，它会监控。
So now we're experiencing the
我脚的
autonomy.
话是什么都没有动的。
Yeah, he's not stepping on anything.
And this is not the current generation. This isn't the latest that was just
这个是最
unveiled.
新的支架吗？
并不是，
不是
这是
最新的。
对，这个就是普通的，
领航开始
就是简单的。
那你们最新的支架是在哪台车上？
目前没有，最新的话属于我们的世界大模型，在6月份的话才会上。
Their latest one will only go on in June, so they don't have the latest online yet.
Mhm.
它其实现在的话，这个整个的规划路线就是结合这个地图。
领航辅助驾驶未启动，
你会发现它就是结合这个地图，然后自动的去规划路线而已。
辅助驾驶未启动，
Right now, why
就
their
所谓
team
的
is
端
behind
端。
schedule.
Mm.
When I had dinner with my friend 2 nights ago, they said that their intelligence drive team is locked in a little room somewhere. They need to figure out their stuff, or else they won't be let out. They're behind, basically.
And unless I'm mistaken, we're getting a disengagement about every half block.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
it's unfortunate.
Okay. I asked him who's in charge of the intelligent drive team. He said he doesn't know because they just changed people.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know what?
Yes.
所以说179现在没有搭载我们目前在用的。
这是一个问题，对，因为你的旗舰它是技术的旗舰，
对了，
并不是尺寸的旗舰。
对了，对。
但是你这个
所以说它会搭载
新的飞机这个辅以你这个软件。
Alrighty, guys. Well, that was the Neo. How was it? Not great. Pretty disappointing. That particular model is a little long in the tooth. Originally came out in 2018 when it dominated, being one of the first players in its segment. It's due for a refresh. They're going to be refreshing it soon. The suspension, it's had a couple of refreshes, minor ones, but it's a competitive landscape. The ride was a bit uncomfortable for my taste. Not as uncomfortable as this taxi, because the driver does that thing where he'll go on the gas, on the brake, on the gas, off the gas, that kind of thing. And I do say gas because it appears to be a hybrid. It's running in EV mode, but it has both, I think. Pretty sure. The autonomy was a fail. It disengaged like twice per block. It was really not ready for prime time. They do have a new one coming out in June, but their head of autonomy just left, apparently. We asked who's in charge of the autonomous division, and the test driver said he didn't know because he'd just been replaced. That's not an encouraging sign when something is coming out soon. He also said that the engineers are basically locked up in the studio until they get it solved, meaning, is there an end in sight? It's shaky. And of course, NIO's financials are, their cash burn is otherworldly. My friend, who, big shout out to my buddy who took me around all day, showing me cars, getting me test drives, who I can't actually give a shout out to because he's in the industry and it could be harmful to him professionally. Thank you, nonetheless. He has high confidence in a number of brands. He said he believes in Huawei, he believes in Xiaopeng, he believes in a lot of them, and NIO, if they survive. And that is a big if at this point. While the cars look great and the price is reasonable, the experience may not be as compelling as some of the other cars, I guess, is the main takeaway. So what did I miss? What did I misunderstand? Leave it in them comments below. I'm on my way to the airport. I'm done. I'm out of here. Hoping to make it to my flight on time. I should have enough time, barring unforeseen circumstances. But the way this trip has gone, man, you gotta foresee the unforeseen because it just keeps happening. I'm confident I'll make it. If I don't, because tomorrow I'm going to be presenting at the Oregon Electric Vehicle Association, so I gotta get some rest before that and give the slides another draft or two, which I think I'll do on the plane. Even though there's no Wi-Fi on this flight, they're upgrading it. Delta, come on, you're killing me. Still, this has been my worst Delta experience, and for a worst experience, it's still been better than most. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. And everybody else, please like, please subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment if you wouldn't mind. I'll make them optional for one day. And then stay tuned, stay juicy, and I cannot wait to hear from you, clever robots, in the next thrilling installment from back in the States.